Hey, what's up everybody? PDO 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so got a Laker game coming up against the Chicago Bulls. Welcome home to everybody who would apply. It would apply to. Obviously, Alex Caruso is returning to where he won a championship here and started his career. The LA Lakers. Spent a lot of time here, developed here. And of course, Lonzo Ball, the #2 overall pick that we, of course, traded away to get Anthony Davis along with a bunch of other guys. He will also be returning home tonight. Got DeMar DeRozan coming to LA, or should I say returning to LA, of course, with the Chicago Bulls playing the Clippers last night and winning that game. I believe they won that game. They're going to be coming in to Staples Center once again to play the Lakers, just like most teams this year. The schedule makers have had it so that the Clippers and the Lakers are kind of playing teams back to back. It's basically you get a double date with LA when you are playing NBA basketball this season. It seems I think every team is playing the Clippers and the Lakers back to back when they come to town. So, you know, this is yet another one of those deals, and we're gonna get the Bulls tonight after the Clippers warm down a little bit, and hopefully that works in our favor. I know Vucevic will still be out tonight, but I do believe that Tony Bradley will be a serviceable guy for their system in terms of that center position. So we can't sleep just because their center is out. We've gotten lucky with two teams back-to-back who haven't had their center available, which means this is an Anthony Davis special. He should be able to, once again, dominate like he did in the last game, have big numbers, and ultimately help us, whatever the outcome of our game will be tonight. THT, obviously, is going to be playing his second game since coming back. Chicago is also his hometown, so I expect him and AD to have this game circled and ready to go. You know, Malik Monk has been playing some fantastic basketball, smart basketball, hitting shots, starting to find his conditioning. I expect him to play well. Wayne Ellington had a hot game in the last game. It would be great if he can continue that hot play. Carmelo Anthony starting to shake off of a mini slump. He had a pretty solid last game. I expect him to step up and play well tonight. We're going to need his energy. The reality is this is a team that wants to get out in the open court. This is a team that plays a lot of defense. It's particularly at them guard positions with those players that we know. This is a team that can drop a lot of points on you at the same time with players like DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, who are literally playing MVP caliber ball, both of them. So this is not a game the Lakers are favored to win, especially with our struggles. But we have some glaring advantages, and that's at the center position, particularly with AD. Just like the San Antonio Spurs yesterday in the afternoon, tonight, the Chicago Bulls should have absolutely no answer for Anthony Davis, and I expect to see a lot of him. Rondo needs a little more respect on his name out of me. I didn't mention he had 7 assists in the last game, 7 big assists, and those assists were felt, and a lot of what went right down there for us in that last game was because he was put in the game to make good decisions to offset some of the turnovers that we have. So I expect us to call his number once again, and hopefully we'll have some success. Ultimately, the way things are going right now, it's all about Frank Vogel. A lot of conversation has been said about Frank Vogel not being a offensively gifted enough coach to kind of put us in a position to kind of weather some of these storms. Much has been talked about how our offense is stagnant or non-existent. I was listening to Gilbert Arenas on a podcast that he was doing, talking about how we need to try something. You know, put the Lakers in a position to just try anything different to try to put our team in a little more of a better position to score the ball. Defensively, you know, that wasn't more so what was talked about. But offensively, we have got to do something that we're not doing. The players are standing around a little too much. There's just not enough motion on our offense. So it's not all on Frank Vogel. That's the thing. As much as I'd love to let it fall on Frank Vogel, the reality is we have a plethora of players on this team that should be helping put together that offense, and I'm going to be looking for that offense to come together. We can sit here and talk about Frank Vogel all day long, but LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, those are the people who need to be coming up with the offense. With all due respect to Frank Vogel, those are the guys I'm looking to help him out with that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say what's the point of having all these stars if they can't come together and contribute to helping this thing be better than what it is. nor am I certain that Frank Vogel is allowing for any input. I'm not knowledgeable to know if he's going to be susceptible to allowing people to help him with things like that. But what I will say is that's not his coaching style, and he does need some imaginative energy on that offense. He needs someone to help him. We have the players that should help him. Damn it, put together a better offense, all of you. Seriously. We've been at this thing. I know there's players in and out of the lineup, all of that, and I'm starting to see improvements upon the offense. So it's not like I'm speaking from a position of someone who hasn't seen what he needs to see. I just need to see more of it, and I need to see more of it in this game against a good team. Fact of the matter is, I don't know that we've seen a better team than the Chicago Bulls tonight. And even though they're down a whole all-star center, they're still coming in with a certain level of focus and a lot of star power to come at us that is motivated, especially motivated to beat us. You understand what I'm saying? AC, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, they want us. I'm just telling all of y'all right now, they want to beat us. So it's going to be very important for us to come out with a certain level of killer instinct and to be able to withstand the defense that those guards are going to play against us. That's the main thing. How does the Wayne Ellingtons and the Malik Monks and the THTs and the ball handlers, Russell Westbrook, how do they handle an above average defense coming in here looking to take advantage of the very things that we do wrong, which is turn the ball over? It's going to be very, very important that if Russell Westbrook is not having the type of game that we need him to have, if he's continuing to have some of those bonehead turnovers that we're seeing, we need to cut him all the way out of this game. That's the only way we're going to win it, because this is exactly what I just said, a team that takes advantage of situations like that. AC is going to get about 3 steals tonight. Zoe going to get about 3 steals tonight. DeMar DeRozan going to get about 2 or 3 steals tonight. I'm looking at a guy like Ayo DeSumo. He's going to have a big game tonight if they play him, because it's the type of game where he's going to be able to take advantage of the fact that he runs so hard in the open court, and that Lonzo Ball and those guys look to push the ball so much that can keep us on our heels. So it's going to be very important for us to be smart about using our timeouts, smart about how we use our fouls, smart about all the different things that are going to be necessary to maintain what I think is going to be a very serious pace. Especially without Vucevic, I think it would be best for Chicago to try to get out and run as much as possible. So we need to be ready for that. THT is going to be very important on that, because that pace is so much better with him on the floor, helping with some of the things that otherwise we just need him to do, because we don't have the personnel to do. Particularly play great defense on the perimeter and assist with the rebounding situation. So THT, once again, leaning a lot on you coming back from injury. We need you to be your best and do it against your hometown team. And I think if you play well, we'll be able to withstand some of what's coming at us from those guards. So that's what it is. Can we withstand the guards? Can we overcome the stifling D? And we'll see. You know, we'll see. I have plenty doubts. You know, I'm plenty pessimistic, but I also understand that at any moment, stars are going to be stars. And I'm waiting on AD. I'm waiting on him. There's a 58-point game somewhere in that man. It's coming out someday. I'm telling you, 58 points is what I'm aiming for in terms of a superstar performance from a guy like Anthony Davis. That's the AD I'm ready to see. I ain't seen that yet. I know it's there, and I've seen it several times in a Pelican uniform. He needs to step back into that level of AD. We need to give him the ball repeatedly like we tried to do in that last game, and it was starting to show signs of what I was expressing to you guys in regards to how he's supposed to be used. 7 or 8 times in a row in various spots on the court. You run him in different motions that get him the ball running at the basket. You get him different motions that get him the ball doing the things and putting the ball in the spots that he likes to shoot from. More him, less Westbrook. More him, less other stuff. That is your bread and butter. You play through him, and he's going to lead you to victories right now. So that's what I expect to see. If we run things through AD and he gives us a big game, I'm not saying he's going 58 tonight. I'm saying at some point in time while he's wearing purple and gold, that's the number I'm looking for to say, okay, that's the real AD. Because I ain't seen him score like I know he can score. And that's the side of the ball that I want to see him ultimately flex on. Flex on, especially when ain't no guy like Vucevic on the floor to kind of offset you and put you in positions to have to do too much defensively. You got to put that energy into that deep offensive end and continue to help us score the ball. So that's what I got, man. Our offense is our best defense. We know we're deficient in that area, but if we crash the boards and hit our free throws, things like that, I think it'll make up for some of the stuff that's otherwise going to not work in our favor, like the 50-50 balls that Caruso and Lonzo Ball are going to beat us to. Be ready for that. It's going to happen. So that's what I'm looking for, man. Carmelo Anthony, please board the ball. I know you've been boarding the ball like crazy for it. It's been needed. We still need that. And yeah, look for LeBron James at some point. I know he's been itching to come back. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be back tonight. But the murmurs are starting to come around that he's closer and closer to coming back. So I'm expecting us to see him on a day where he's otherwise probably not expected to play. That's what I expect to happen with LeBron James. That one of these games where he's expected to be out, he's just going to pop up. It would be great if that's tonight too, but I don't expect that. So, yeah, man. That's what I got, man. Russell Westbrook's going to turn the ball over. It's not a situation where you're hoping he doesn't. It's now one of those situations where you know he will, and you just got to work around it. So we'll see how we handle that tonight. And hopefully he makes a fool out of me for saying that. I think I'll leave it at that, man. Hope you guys enjoy the Chicago versus LA game. I'm going to do that if I can find a link. And I'll, of course, come back to you guys with what I am able to at the end of this game. Thank y'all for watching. My name's BDF44. Y'all have a good one. Peace.